wherever you are, if you deserve a surprise, I will find you. And to prove it, I'm going to surprise a very special lady who is in a restaurant nearby having dinner with her husband. So let's go outside and see where they are, first of all. So they're in this restaurant, and if we go in a bit, you can see there is Paul Dormer and his wife, Dawn, and they are currently enjoying a romantic meal for two. They have no idea that they're about to get a surprise phone call from me. Let's give Dawn a call now.
Hello?
Hello, is that Dawn Dormer?
Yeah.
Surprise, surprise, Dawn, it's Holly Willoughby here.
Colin Willoughby.
Holly Willoughby from the telly, does Surprise, Surprise, does This Morning, Blonde.
Surprise, surprise, okay.
Dawn, you don't know me, but I know an awful lot about you, and I'm very, very sorry to interrupt your dinner. You look like you're enjoying that coffee. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I've got other plans for you, I'm afraid. I'd like you and your husband, Paul, to come to the ITV studio right now. Look out the window. Can you see a big, tall ITV building? I'm in there, and I'm looking at you, and I'd like you to get up, and I'll see you here in just a few moments' time. That's what we like, two very shocked and surprised people. So while they make their way here, I can reveal all. Now, they both look shocked, but Dawn has no idea that her husband Paul is in on this surprise. So we're going to keep the secret going for a little bit longer, and they're going to make their way over to ITV Towers and come and join me here on my sofa, where she is in for a really rather wonderful surprise. Well, I think this is it. They're here. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dawn and Paul Dormer. Sorry about that. Come and take a seat. Come and take a seat. Dawn, you come and sit here. Well, I'm really sorry to interrupt your dinner, but there was an awful lot of people that wanted to meet you, didn't you? Yeah, we did. You have no idea why you're here, do you, either of you?
I'm sort of gobsmacked, really.
I think that's the best way to describe it.
You have no idea what's going on.
No, funny day in London, so...
OK, well, I know a few things about you both. I know that you live in Kent. Yeah. I know that you've been married for 31 years.
Yeah.
And I know that Paul's not the most romantic kind of guy.
No, not really.
It's definitely,
no.
yeah, that's
So tell us, how did he propose to you?
He rang me up on the telephone and said to me, the quarters are nice, how about it?
But it worked, because you've been together for all those years. Yeah. I've got a bit of a confession to make, actually, because you're a very good actor,
Thank you.
I have to say, Paul, because you looked very surprised back then, and he's not at all surprised about what's happening tonight. Well, let's find out, Paul. Why did you want to surprise Dawn?
It's, through our 31 years of marriage, Dawn's been, I think the best way to describe her is like the most perfect human being I could find. She's just a beautiful woman.
Well, Dawn, you clearly mean the world to Paul, and this is what he wants to say to you.
Dawn, my wife. It's all started, what, 40 years ago?
We just lived a few yards apart. I live there, and you live there. Just a 5-minute walk.
And that's you crossing the road. We went to the same school. We must have walked past each other in that corridor many times. You're the girl of my dreams, on my doorstep, and I didn't even know you then. I then joined the army, and I went off to Belize. When I came home, we met in Jim's garden. He turned out to be your uncle.
This is the bus stop where we met for our first date.
You were in a blue spotted dress, and I was in love. Then they sent me to Northern Ireland, and I missed you so much. So I proposed on the phone from a phone box.
And this is where you said yes, you'd marry me.
After the wedding, we went straight to Northern Ireland, and you didn't moan. You just started your life as an army wife. It was then that our beautiful son, Joe, was born in 1984. He had your eyes and my get up and go. Our little family then became 4 3 years later. Amy and Joe were so close. When we moved to Canterbury and we bought our own house, Joe was coming up to 15. Everything was fine. It was brilliant days. That's when it all changed. Yeah, horrible day. You were at work, Amy was at school. I don't understand why, but Joe decided to take a shortcut across the railway line. He tripped, fell, and the poor train driver couldn't stop. He was my boy. The pain was constant. We were permanently upset, permanently crying. And I would have folded. I would have collapsed. I would have been absolutely useless. And I was going down that road, but you pulled me back. We knew something was missing, Dawn. We went and basically spoke to Amy, if you remember, and said to her, we're thinking about having another child. Oh, how good was that day when Daisy was born? 2 young girls in our family. It was a beautiful day. I thank you for that forever. Beautiful day. It was then, Dawn, when Daisy was 7, that small little scab on the side of her leg wouldn't heal up, would it? And when we went down to the hospital, they told us that she had leukemia. Oh, God, it went on then with 2 years of watching poor Daisy. Oh, she's only 7, but she had your strength, Dawn. She had your, we will achieve this. We are going to get there. You did it. You saved our daughter. Dawn, all throughout our life, you know how I'm useless at trying to sort of thank you for things. So today, I really want to say I just thank you. I thank you for everything that we've been through. I thank you for getting me the other side. I thank you for just being with me every single day. I love you, and I'll always love you. Forget that till the day I die. I will just love you. It just continuously, it will never stop.
Oh, gosh. I mean, there's not a dry eye in the house, I don't think. Incredibly moving words, and what a life story you both have together. How do you feel seeing that and watching that and hearing what he has to say about you?
He's my soulmate.
Yeah.
He's my soulmate, and I think a lot of couples would have struggled with things happening through their life, but we managed to stay together.
But you've coped with so much. It wasn't just your own family, though, because while everybody else was grieving for Joe and you yourself going through your own journey with that, you then went to help others and you became a bereavement counsellor and helped other people deal with their grief also.
Yeah, I did work at...
And you worked at the Mills as well, didn't you?
I worked at a hospice because I had this dream that came to me in the night. It was a very vivid dream. It was my son came to me and he said, "Mum, you need to be working with children that are dying and parents that have lost their children." Then I suddenly ended up working at Children's Hospice as a housekeeper.
And then after all of that, you had the devastating news about Daisy and about her leukemia.
Yeah.
So how do you pick yourself up a second time?
It's hard. At the moment, I'm in the sort of frame of mind of just enjoy every moment and, just go for it, really.
And there'll be a lot of people wanting to know how Daisy is now. Is she okay?
Yeah, she's really well. She's off to secondary school soon.
Good.
Yeah.
You said earlier on that he wasn't very romantic. I think he's certainly made up for it now, hasn't he?
How do you keep secrets?
I had to learn how to text.
Is there anything you want to say to Paul?
I love you with all my heart and always have. And you on everything.
Well, it's fair fair to say that Paul has finally shown his romantic side and given Dawn a surprise she'll never forget. But there is still one thing he owes her. 31 years ago, Paul gave Dawn a wedding ring, but he wasn't able to give you a honeymoon, was he?
No, we got posted, didn't we? Yeah.
Paul, you've been in on this since the beginning, and now I want to give you both a surprise. This is for the both of you.
You're flying out to Jamaica courtesy of Sandals, where you'll be staying in a deluxe accommodation with your own butler for an all-inclusive week of sun, sea and relaxation. Enjoy your long-awaited honeymoon.
How about that? The honeymoon and the trip that you so deserve together to spend some time. And actually, that's not all, because after waiting 31 years, I don't want you to wait a moment longer. I've got your passports, your bags are packed, you're going to Jamaica right now. So those are for you. Don't forget them. Honestly, everybody knows, apart from you. And you better hurry up because your flight leaves very, very soon. So I'm going to send you back through the doors you came from. No, I really mean it. I don't just make it up, I promise. You
so
two
much.
are an incredible couple. It's been an honour to meet you. Aren't they just wonderful? Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Off you go. With the gorgeous Dawn and Paul Dormer. Don't go anywhere because there's more surprises still to come. We'll see you after the break.